everyone. This is Suzanne Knabe-Nicole from Police Science Doctor with your weekly dose of police science snippets. It's number 295 this week. Each week there are 3 police science snippets, which are little golden nuggets of scientific information recently published in the fields of investigative psychology, evidence-based policing, police science, and similar fields. I go through a lot of recently published journal articles, scientific research that has just been published, and see which bits are something that is tangible, something concrete, something you can actually use, something applicable. A lot of research is published and it's wonderful and very, very, very important, but sometimes it's very niche, sometimes it's very theoretical, sometimes it's about methodologies. And I try to find something that you guys, the practitioners in law enforcement around the world, can somehow put into practice, start considering straight away, or can do something with, hopefully. So the first snippet I've got for this week is about police drug diversion. This article explores the personal and social impacts of police drug diversion schemes. Findings reveal that police drug diversion can lead to a range of positive personal and social outcomes. It supports both occasional and more entrenched drug users in reducing their use, improving well-being, and rebuilding social and economic stability, and many divertees benefit from avoiding criminalization. Well-designed police drug diversion schemes can offer more than a second chance by addressing unmet criminogenic needs and catalyzing meaningful personal change, especially when interventions move beyond education and towards holistic, person-centered support. So very good finding. However, it should not just be down to the police to deal with this. Okay, the police tend to be the ones that mop up crime when everything else has failed, but the list and the linearity of all the ways in which people have been failed before they turn into criminals and drug users is long, and a lot of other public sector organizations should be getting involved in this. This article is actually open access. So I sent you these 3 snippets into your inbox every Tuesday. So all you have to do to get that is join the Police Science Doctor email list, which is free to join. Simply Google Police Science, go to the, and when you go to the bottom of each page, enter your details into the form, or it might actually pop up when you go to the website. So as soon as you do that, you get added to the list and you get these emails every Tuesday with the link to the original research article. This one is open access, which means you can read the entire thing back to front. And you also get the password to access the read page on policesciencedoctor.com, and on there you've got all the previous PDFs. You've got 295 PDFs on there now with 3 snippets each. So if I don't present something here today that is relevant to your particular role, don't worry, just scroll through the read page and find something that is relevant to you. Second snippet for this week is about community violence exposure. Relative to other adolescents, African American adolescents disproportionately experience community violence. So here's that debate again: are they over-policed or underprotected by police? Community violence exposure is linked to negative outcomes, including aggression. This study found that consistent positive cross-lagged associations between community violence exposure and aggression, found consistent associations between community violence exposure, yes, and aggression, but that aggression did not predict violence. It was concluded that both community violence exposure and aggression are important targets for prevention programming. Third snippet for this week is about vulnerability and knife crime. This study examines psychological and personal differences among young males engaged in violent knife offending, violent non-knife offending, and non-violent offending. Young people involved in knife-related offending exhibited higher levels of gang association, victimization, and trauma compared to both violent non-knife and non-violent groups. Findings indicate that violent knife offending represents a distinct subgroup characterized by elevated psychological vulnerabilities. Again, completely fits into what I said earlier. If we could deal with families at risk, with young people at risk, with adults at risk, with mental health problems, with drug addiction, we would be preventing so much crime. Seriously, it's like turning the tap off at the source rather than police mopping up what's already spilled over. Trauma-informed and contextually aware interventions are essential. Okay, and this article is also open access, which means click on the link in the email, and the first and third article are open access. You can read the entire article back to front. The second one, unfortunately, is behind a subscription paywall. So unless you or your organization have a subscription with that particular publisher, you can only read the abstract, which is a big paragraph that tells you what the study is about, what was done, how it was done, and what the findings were. So that's it for this week. Thank you for listening, and stay safe, make good decisions, and I'll see you again next week.
Thank you for watching.
Bye.
I hope you found this content useful. You can get access to each episode's transcript with key learning points, timestamps, and references if you get yourself onto my mailing list. Just go to the main website on policesciencedoctor.com, and on the bottom of each page you will find a sign-up form for notifications of new content. Just enter your first name, your preferred email address, and the type of organization you work for. You will not get any spam. This is just for me to let you know about new content and for you to get access to all the transcripts.